Visiting the American Museum of Natural History when I was a kid, I was fascinated by the dioramas that depicted environments in North America. A scene depicting the flora and fauna near Mount Sunapee in New Hampshire was my favorite, because that's where I lived. A constructed display of the natural world is one thing, but being able to explore the real woods around my parents' house was a treat. The first camera I had was one that my grandfather gave me, an old Kodak Brownie. In high school, I got to use some of my father's old cameras, which were much better quality. In college, my girlfriend, now my wife, would jokingly tell people that I only photographed rocks and trees. This was not completely true, and the first portfolio of work included many other scenes and some people as well. Many of my projects are long-term in nature. For example, Radicalis is an accordion fold book that I began in the mid-1980s and continued to work on until recently. It includes many plant forms that serve as metaphors for natural cycles. More recently, my Daily Scans project also made use of plant forms and other natural objects that I found. During the pandemic, I turned my attention to documenting the land around our condo. Directly in back of the living room, about 15 feet from the side of the building, a rock face rises up about 30 feet. Over the past 6 years, I've had the pleasure of watching the plants grow on the little cliff and the rocks slowly breaking apart, some tumbling down into the backyard. The rock cycle in action. This is natural history, our living diorama. These are the roots of once massive mountains that stood here millions of years ago. Capturing the spirit of the land and the plants and animals that inhabit the area through photography is challenging. Making compositions in densely wooded areas under often difficult weather and lighting conditions does not come easily, but it is exhilarating. Using technologies such as digital infrared photography and a field camera have allowed the project to capture what is usually unseen. The recognition that would result from this grant would certainly make people more aware of my work and hopefully find something in it that resonates with them. Funding would allow me to purchase supplies, perhaps a second trail camera, and most importantly of all, give me time to take the material I've collected and to design something with it, perhaps an installation or an artist's book. Ultimately, what I plan to achieve is a deeper appreciation for the spirit of nature and to share what I find with others. Thank you for your consideration.